What's up, guys? This is TerasHD, and welcome back to another episode of Spore Modded. Now, we have entered the space stage, but before we actually enter the space stage, we gotta make a spaceship. If you actually watched previous seasons or played Spore on your own, then you know that, well, we gotta create a spaceship before we do anything. And, well, if you watched any of my videos, you know that I take my time with my builds. And I am definitely going to spend some time on this, because spaceships... Man, we're going to be playing that for the rest of this game. We're going to be playing this spaceship for the rest of the game. So I am definitely going to be trying to make something special. So right now, I took this boat piece because I really like the shape it has on the top. Or actually, it's on the bottom, but I just rotated it. I just like that little shape thing, and I think we can make something really, really pretty out of it. So that's what I'm aiming for right now. Now, I got on my second monitor, I have like a bunch of pictures of different kinds of spaceships. I basically just googled fantasy spaceship design and went to the images, so I have like a bunch of inspiration on my second monitor. So that's all Gucci, it's all good. So yeah, I got that little shape right there. I kind of want to create something very kind of Japanese. I think that is the kind of design that I'm going for. So I started to make this a little bit bigger. I want to get this part that I just added. I want to make it fit the current part that we have. Can we get that? Yeah, alright, that kind of fits. Pretty well, can we make it a little bit thinner, though? No, we can't. I kind of want to keep that part that goes out of the body on there in the front. I kind of like that. Alright, awesome. Now, there's one thing that I do want to have. There is one thing I really do want to have. So if we go over here to the air palette, or whatever it's called, I really want to be using some of these parts right here because I think they look amazing. And we can definitely do something pretty with them. So what I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. We take some kind of a part that we can actually just place inside of the body of the spaceship. For example, this one right here. And make it a little bit smaller. Just like that. There we go. And then we add a bunch of these wings to that part. Let's actually make that a little bit thinner. Just like that. Actually, let's get a little bit more of a squarish kind of a part so that everything will be placed pretty equally. Alright, now let's go back to the air palette or air tap. Yeah, air tap. There we go. And get all the parts going. So yeah, I want to be using a lot of these parts. So make them a little bit longer, just like that. And let's see, how should we make them? I have this idea in my head that I am really excited for, but I'm not very good at explaining it. So the best way to do that is actually just to create it, and then you guys will see. So I'm going to be placing a lot of these parts. Just like that. Actually, let's pull this part a little bit more back. Add another one right next to it. And that one can be rotated a little bit more inwards like that. I think that looks pretty freaking good. This part can actually go a little bit more front. And I think it can actually go a little bit more like that. There we go. A little bit more front, like so. Then we can add another one. Make it a little bit thinner. A little bit shorter, I mean. And, oh, okay, that's a little bit too much. Something like that, maybe. Actually, hold up. What if we just get a little bit closer? Just like that. It's going a little bit too up. Let's fix that real quick. Rotate it into the other wing. And then just use this palette right there to fix it around a little bit. So I think that looks amazing. I think that is definitely something that I want to go for. So now we got the wings. We got the wings on the spaceship. Now let's just... Oh, okay, I accidentally moved that part. Let's move this into the spaceship right there. And there we go. Oh my, that looks amazing. I love that. I'm definitely in love with the cocoa. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't do drugs, kids. Alright, so, let's look around a little bit and see if we can find some more awesome parts to place. So I just had another idea. What if I take one of these wings, copy it, and actually place it underneath one of the other wings? Like so. Get it in the correct placement. Oh, okay, that's the wrong ring. By the way, I'm using tab to get all these extra rotation parts, if you did not know. Oh, there it is. Okay, I gotta just use this little ball right there. There we go. And now let's, again, like I said, get in the right position. Just like that. And try to get it in between those two wings. So if I get it like that, and then use the ring again, or the ball again, up to there. Rotate it just a little bit more. Again, use the ball. Alright, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty freaking good. Alright, so now we got a little bit of a nicer back wing. And I love that. I definitely love that. Although it kind of looks out of place. So let's maybe make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. Oh, okay. It's freaking out. It's freaking out. I need the ball. There we go. Alright, that was weird. That was really weird. That made me very, very scared. Alright, so that looks pretty freaking good. I like that. I definitely like that. Now, what I want to do as well is that I want to go to the bodies right here. Let me just take a little bit of sip of my coffee before it gets cold. It is currently in the morning when I'm recording this. My sisters actually just left. They were here for a little trip, a little vacation, and they visited my family for a little bit. They were from, hold up, they came on Friday, and they just left now on Sunday. It was awesome. They both brought their 1-year-olds. Very nice, yeah, to meet the family because they live kind of far away. So that is why the videos have been a little bit scarce since I came from London. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I know there are a lot of people that just watch Spore. But yeah, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I did go to London recently, so that is also a reason why videos have been scarce. Anyway, so I want to add this little part right here, and maybe make it a little bit bigger, and then add some parts to it. So if I go to the details panel right here, and maybe get this, what was it called? Boy. Okay. Oh boy. Let's add that to that little part right there. Rotate it inwards, just like that, or I guess outwards, just like that. There we go. Make it a little bit longer, like so. Maybe even on the backside as well. Yeah, that looks pretty freaking good. I like that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's look at that from the top side. Yep. I like that. And the best part about that is that you can't actually see the inside of these wings. So it just looks like they're coming out of the body. Now, I may want to add another one of these wings to this part right here. Just like that. Hold up. Let me actually get it to a little bit of a better position. Just like that. There we go. And then where's the little ball? There's the little ball. And let's face it like that. Rotate it the other direction, just like so. And let's see. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, it's not really working out like I wanted it to work out. A way to fix that would be, let's see, how could we fix that? I'm wondering. I guess we could remove this part just for a little bit. Move that to there. And then place this part over here. Just like so. And let's see. Get the ball again. Like that. Now, I know there's a lot of people that do not like building episodes. I have to address this every time I do a building episode. But, yeah, the building aspect is a really big part of Spore. So that's why I take my time with it. Because, well, you know, without the building part, Spore just wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the game it is if there wasn't any building. So that's why I really do think it's important to record that as well. Alright, so let's actually... This part right here is sticking out way too much, but I really like how this part is looking. Just like that. Let's move this part again to there. Just like so. Get it in the right place. Let's see. Rotate it inwards just a little bit more. Just like that. It kind of needs to face a little bit more like that. There we go. Alright, so that looks pretty good, but what I am hating is this, how it's sticking out right there. I'm trying to figure out how we could fix that, but I'm not really coming up with any ideas as of right now. I also think it should go a little bit more like so. Yeah, definitely. Now, I wonder if we can make it... No, okay, we can't make it longer without actually increasing the size. And if we increase the size, the problem is that this thing here in the middle becomes bigger. So that kind of sucks. But let's... Oh man, I don't know what to do to fix that. What we could do, of course, would be to copy this part right here. Take away this little part right there. Make it a little bit thicker, like so, or a little bit longer on that axis. And then... Oh, did we just lose the part that we had? Oh, we did. Alright, let's get that part again. Let's copy that again. Oh man, we don't have enough space. Ooh, alright, let's remove this part right here. Oh, we can't do that. Alright. Okay, let's just do it like that. Alright, let's use this part, make it a little bit smaller, just like that, and then make this a little bit bigger, like so. Alright, so now we've kind of fixed it. Trust me, I have an idea. Alright, so now that we have that, let's get that part again. There it is, and then let's try to get it to cover that little part in the middle. If we make it a little bit bigger and then a little bit thinner. Oh, we can't make it thinner. Oh, see that? Okay, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Alright. We could make this part a little bit bigger, and then we can make this little part a little bit bigger as well. Just like so. Maybe even get it like so even. Yeah, that looks pretty pretty good, in my opinion. Just like so. I know that a lot of you guys also comment on how many times to say just like so or like so. But, well, when I'm building, I get really concentrated and, well, certain things I just say just come out of my mouth. Anyway, let's try to... There we go. Alright, okay, so now we hit that part pretty well. Let's actually make this a little bit smaller. Just like so. Alright, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Now I am worried about how we don't have too much freedom. Because we are about to reach the capacity of parts. But that is okay. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll manage. It is all good. All good in the hood. Let's get that part again on that little part right there. So there we go. That looks pretty good. It's starting to really look like a fighter ship, and I love that. Now I wonder if we move this part. Okay, there's nothing attached to it. Because I'm actually starting to get second thoughts about this one. So let's actually try to remove that for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. And look again in the base parts and see what we have. Let's see, what else can we have there to replace it? We could have this jet stream right here. Rotate it in the other direction. Just like so. Make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. Maybe it's a little bit too big right now, to be honest. Put it in the middle. Make it a little bit thinner on that axis. Or a little bit shorter on that axis. See, that looks different. I'm not sure if it looks better, but it looks different. But let's actually get the other part back. I think I was more satisfied with that one. Yeah, definitely more satisfied with that one. We could even make it a little bit bigger so that it takes a little bit more space. Alright, that looks pretty good. Maybe even thinner on that axis right there. A little bit shorter. I'm sorry, my words are not great when I'm building. And now it's a little bit weird. Alright, let's get it back to the other position. Alright, I've decided that this part needs to go. I'm not a big fan of it anymore. It was good to start out with, but I think it is time to retire that part. So let's look for another part that would look better in this ship and would fit a little bit better. So let's see. Now this part is always pretty good. The light venom, what's it called? Yeah, the light venom. That one looks pretty good always, pretty much, because it pretty much fits every design. But although it doesn't, I'm not really sure about it. We could actually place it over here to kind of make it fit these wings in the back. Now that looks pretty good. I kind of like that. Maybe make it a little bit thinner, and then put it downwards, so just a little bit rotated like so. Alright, so that looks pretty good actually. I'm not liking how much it like tips up, so we might actually make it a little bit smaller like so. A little bit smaller even, a little bit thicker then. So now it doesn't tip up as much, and that's definitely a pro. Just like so. We can even make this part a little bit bigger. Something like that. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to remove that part. Yep, definitely got to remove that part. Alright, so we are getting pretty close to being finished with this ship. Definitely getting a little bit closer. Might even make that a little bit like... Nah, I like that tipping out like that. Alright, so let's try to get a nice shape here in the middle. So it kind of looks like it's a ship that people are actually inside of. So let's get like maybe that part right there. Something like that. And then we get a little bit more of a rounded part inside of it. So something like... Let's see, let's use the macho one. I like that part. And make it very long and very thin. Just like so. And then we can place it in the middle right here. Maybe make it a little bit longer. And then rotate it downwards just a little bit. Just a little bit like that. There we go. Alright, so that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good, although it's not as rounded as I would like it to be. Neither is this part. The thing is, when you change this around, it kind of makes it a little bit too square. So if we actually just use the mouse wheel to make it bigger instead of actually making it longer using the arrows, then maybe we can make something pretty. Oh, the tipped plug. Oh, okay, I get why it's called the plug. Anyway, let's get it a little bit like so. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing because I'm taking so many parts, removing them, then placing them again. Like there's probably a lot that you don't see in the video because so far this spaceship has taken me around, I would say around 25 minutes. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. Alright. You know what? I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Let's see. If we actually remove all of these parts, just for a moment being, and look at the actual base of the ship. So this is the base of the ship. Like, these are the exterior wings and stuff like that. So if we just focus right now on trying to get a nice interior, that would be the most important thing right now. So there we go. All right, so we fixed that a little bit. Kind of want to make this a little bit longer. It doesn't look as sleek as everything else. So that is the problem I'm facing right now. We could even copy that part, place it right, let's see, here. Make that a little bit smaller. And there we go. So now it's a little bit sleeker. I kind of like that. Just like so. We could even face it inwards just a little bit more, like that. Ooh, actually, let's make this smaller. Let's make that smaller. And then copy that part again. Actually, let's make it a little bit, go inwards a little bit more, and then copy that part again, just like so, and make that go inwards a little bit more as well. So there we go. That looks very cool. That looks extremely cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And let's try to add some a little bit more nice parts to it. Alright, so I kind of like this. I had this like little window in the middle, and I just added that to kind of make people see how big this ship is supposed to really be. So there we go. That actually looks pretty good. I do want to add some more parts underneath that little window. So if we go back to the, what's it called? Bodies. There we go. And add something underneath it. So let's see. We could add the tapered brick underneath it. That might look good. Let's actually check that out. Make it a little bit thinner. Like so. A little bit longer. There we go. And tip it downwards. Just a little bit like so. That kind of looks good. Let's see. Let's look at that. It's a little bit too bulky, in my opinion. But we could add another part. For example, the castle runner, just like so. Rotate it to make it double, just like that. And then a little bit more downwards, like so. Alright, make it a little bit smaller, like that. And then, like so. Alright, that looks pretty good. Just like that. And we could even divide it, like so. Although I'm not sure about the division. Let's actually get it back together, like so. And maybe even get them together. Like, hold up, let's try to do this very well. There we go. Alright, that was pretty good. That was pretty well made. Alright, so I took the window away and added a little bit of a back part. And I really like how that's looking. Now, I do want to add one more part. That is like some kind of thrusters. So let's go to the spaceship. Where's that? Over here. There we go. Oh, we don't have enough space to actually use that. Alright, let's see. What can we do instead? We could actually take this part right there, and I think that's enough to just have that. And then we can actually use this thruster, the guided thrust. There we go. Let's place it right there in the middle, like so. And make it a little bit thinner. Can we? We can make it a little bit like that. And that kind of makes it a little bit thinner. And then rotate it like so. And then a little bit. Ooh, where's the other? Okay, we can actually rotate like so. And then, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that how we're supposed to do it? I think that's how we're okay. Hold up. I'm trying to think a little bit. Because I needed to get a little bit more into the body. So that's why I need these right there. So there we go. That kind of looks good. That kind of looks good. Yeah, okay. I kind of like that. Alright, let's make that a little bit bigger. Just like so. There we go. Oh, man. Alright, that added just a lot to the actual spaceship. Now, we don't have windows. That is the problem. And I don't really know how we can fix that. We could take away, like, some parts. But I don't really want to. That's the problem. We could take away this one and just make this part a lot bigger. Now, that looks... It doesn't look as good. But I think we have to make the sacrifice because, well, we do need a little bit more parts on this guy. We do need a window, for example. I mean, we don't need it, but it's something that I do want. So let's see. Which window should we use? I kind of like the sleek fighter. If we make it a little bit thinner. Oh, we can't actually make it thinner. We can't like make it seem like it's thinner by making it a little bit longer and then smaller. So that works. Let's see. Can we get to that little circle right there? Can we? Oh, man. I need to get to the circle. There we go. Boom. We got to it. We got to the circle. Alright, awesome. Let's see. Where can we place it? We can place it right there in the front. That kind of looks good. That kind of looks good. Maybe make it a little bit smaller even. Something like that. Now, this part is a little bit in the way. So we could actually take that away maybe. And replace it with a window. We could do that. That is definitely a possibility, but I don't like that. I want to keep the other part. The other part is a lot more important, I feel. Now, I do feel like it's a little bit too thin, so I want to add like some parts sticking out from the top and bottom. So let's go to the, what was it, air? I think it was air. There we go, and let's get some of these armored flights. And let's place it maybe right here. Would that look good? Would it? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, that actually does look good. Holy crap. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's find a good place for it. I kind of feel like it should be somewhere, because I definitely like that part. Hold up. Okay, now it's a little bit too big, but let's actually see how that looks like. That looks pretty good. Shit. Alright, I really want to use that. I'm sorry for the bad language, but yeah. You guys know that I'm trying to cut down that, because if you guys don't know, I have gotten some emails from parents and complaining about the swearing that I used to swear a lot in my videos, and I'm trying to cut that down. Alright, so there we go. Let's maybe place that right there. That looks very good. But again, we're having issues with this gray part right there, and that's the thing that I don't like. That's something that I don't like. Alright, so let's try to figure that out then. Try to make it... Okay, there we go. So now it's inwards a little bit more, but I don't like that. Let's see. What if we added two there in the middle, like so, and maybe make it stick out just a little bit? Just to add a little bit more 3D to the spaceship. Well, that looks pretty good. I like that. Just a little bit more of a shape, and just adds a whole lot to the actual spaceship. All right, now what do these do? All right, they make it go. Okay, okay, I like that. I definitely like that. There we go. So now it has a lot more of a shape to it, and I'm definitely a fan of that. Now I don't like this little gray part right here, so let's try to cover that up and give it a little bit of a shape. And what we could do is add this wing right here, and it has a little bit of a fan on it. So there we go, and let's place that like so. Can we get it? Oh, we can actually adjust the size of the fan. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright, and let's try to get that just right in the correct place. So let's make it a little bit bigger like so. Now, I do need it to go downwards a little bit more. Just like that. That's a little bit too much. There we go. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Then make it a little bit bigger like so. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. I like that. Can we zoom out? Yes, we can. Alright, so this is our spaceship so far. And I gotta be honest, I'm loving it. And I'm not gonna do the McDonald's theme song. Not right now. Let's see. What if we had another thruster somewhere? We could even do it in the middle or by the wings. I kind of want to do it on the wings, actually. Let's see. What about over here underneath these wings? That looks pretty good, and we could even make it a little bit longer, make it look like a spaceship thruster and not like a plane thruster. Let's see. We could even do it like on top of these, and make it face downwards just a little bit like so. It's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. I'm not a big fan of that. We could place it right there. Nah, not a big fan of that. So let's try to focus on the windows. We do need windows. So let's go over here to the cockpit. And let's see, which windows can we use? We can use a Blue Thunder, but I'm not a big fan of that one. I'm not a big fan of anything, to be honest. Well, that looks like R2-D2. It would be awesome if we could place that on one of the wings. Oh, look at that. That kind of looks good. I gotta be honest, that kind of looks good. Just a little window right there. We could even make it a little bit longer, like so. Face it downwards, just like that. See, that looks really good. I like that. I really like that. Something like that. There we go. How does that look? Now, I really like this spaceship. What do you guys think? Be sure to tell me what do you guys think of my creations in the comments below. But I think it's time to give this guy a paint job. So let's actually go to Paint Like and go to my creations and actually choose the Motocopter. I'm not good with names. You guys know that. So now that's how it looks like with the same paint job as the Modcopter. And I'm not liking it. I'm not loving it. But we could try to fix it around a little bit. Let's see if we can actually make it a little bit more black. I think it needs a lot more black into the design. Something like that. That looks pretty freaking good. I want to have all the wings red. Like so. And let's see. I do want to have the middle part silver, like I usually do. I kind of like having the windows black. That looks pretty freaking good. I don't like how dark that is over there. How, if we actually make that silver instead, or even red, for that matter. Yeah, I kind of like that red. Just like so, just like so. Alright, that looks pretty good. Can we make the fans black? And that's a little bit too much. I don't like that. Alright, although I do also want to make this red. I think. I'm pretty sure. Make that red as well. Just like that. I'm not sure about that. I'm not actually sure about that. We could take this part and make it a little bit thinner. Like so. And try to get it through the whole spaceship. And somehow through the window. Like so. Okay, that looks pretty good. I kind of like that. Although it's a little bit too thick still. A little bit too thick. Story of my life. Alright, there we go. Let's do something like that. Can we copy it? No, we can't. Alright. Let's see. Let's try to figure this out. Let's figure this out together, guys. Oh, okay. Oh, ruined stuff. I'm just ruining stuff. God damn it. Alright. You know what? Let's just place it right there. I think that looks pretty good. Right? No. Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not. Let's not do that. That was a bad idea. I apologize. Alright, I think we're just gonna keep it there. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna remove that. And we're gonna replace that part with something else. Because that just did not fit. It didn't fit. I'm sorry. It just didn't. What if we actually place this boat right here? Why not just add this boat to the spaceship? Why not put a little bit of ship in the space? Alright, there we go. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice looking part. That's a very nice looking part. Alright, can we make it thinner? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh, baby, Obama would be proud. Alright, something like that. Let's see, make the back part a little bit thinner as well. Something like that. I gotta be honest, I really like that. I really like that. Jeez. Can we make it go down a little bit more like that? There we go. Maybe make it a little bit longer. Just like so. Make it a little bit smaller. Like so. Alright, so that's looking really good. I like that. Alright, definitely an improvement, I think. The underneath the spaceship doesn't look too good. So let's try to maybe get more black underneath there. If we make that black, okay, it doesn't really affect anything on top. You can kind of see the black over here, but it doesn't really matter. And I think we are finished. This looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this design. Let's actually hold up. Let's just experiment a little bit more with these parts right here. I completely forgot about them. Ooh, I kind of like them silver. Yeah, I think we're going to keep it like that. What's this part? Can we paint that? Yes, we can. Maybe get that red, though. Hold up. Let's copy that red. Place it right there. You know what? Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. We can even make this red as well. That looks pretty good. Actually, now let's keep that as silver to kind of distribute the colors pretty well. Now, I really like that. Alright, I think we are done. I think we're done for now. Alright, so let's call this spaceship. Should we just keep the theme? Because so far, we've named all the... oh, I can't actually look at them. We've named all the vehicles something like mod, and then the... like another word. Like, we had the car as a mod pod. We had the plane as a mod plane or whatever. I forgot. But, yeah, so let's do mod... let's see. Oh, man. Let's do, Mod Goliath. Is that how you spell it? I think so. Hold on, let me Google that real quick. Alright, so there we go. Mod Goliath. I just think, Goliath fits him. He's, like, big and bulky, really good looking. And, I like it, man. I love it. Alright, so I think we are ready to click the save and exit button. Liftoff! You successfully developed a ship capable of space flight. The heavens beckon. I don't even know that word. The cosmos awaits. The universe is at your fingertips if you can learn to fly this thing. Yes, I know how to fly this thing. Name your captain. Oh boy, okay. Let's call him Terrarius. Terrarius, as always, Terrarius. That is the name of the guy There we go. Alright, so let's just look at the spaceship for a little bit. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Alright, okay, so the Moderite guys are calling me. Let's just answer that real quick. I already know how to command my ship. Been there, done that. Let's see. If you feel you made the right... Wait, if you feel you're made of the right stuff, then by all means proceed. We've equipped the spaceship with all the right gear to start our space exploration program. Are you prepared to leave the planet? Yes, I know what I'm doing. Get my spaceship ready for space travel. In that case, it seems like we're looking at our new captain. Are you ready to take on more exciting missions? Yes. What is next, Captain? Get out your spandex suit. We're sending you on a space journey. We suspect that we're not alone in this galaxy. We picked up strange radio signals from this planet Labor in orbit around our home star. We want you to investigate. I accept. I commend you, Captain. Mission control out. Bye. Oh, little shiny thingy. I like shiny thingies. Congratulations, you have earned the badge and title of Captain. Beautiful. Alright, awesome. So, guys, the creation took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Spore Modded. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you did. Pretty much from now on, there's pretty much not going to be any really creating. So, from now on, there's pretty much only going to be gameplay during this season. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you did. I think I already did the outro. Never mind. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.